So, Jebby, we're back.
Yes, let's hope we can make it past episode 2.
So we may have lost a host and some followers along the way as we are trying to revamp this whole podcast, but we're excited and ready as ever. A little awkward. All right, so we are making a comeback.
Yes, always fun.
Yes, so I actually found a quote and I will read it. The quote was about comebacks and it basically said that there's nothing as exciting as a comeback, seeing someone with dreams, watching them fail, which yes, and then getting a second chance. So
what you're trying to say is bear with us as we navigate this new road.
Exactly. So everybody, welcome to episode 1 of the podcast Crowd Pleasers. And we are your hosts. I am Trudy, and this is Jebby. And for those who don't know us yet, we are high school best friends. And what is it? How far apart do we live now, Jennifer? Jebby?
13,000 miles, something like that.
All right. So if anybody pictured 2 people doing a podcast, it definitely wasn't you and I. As you can see, we're being a little awkward at the moment, but it was definitely not our faces or personalities, as we tend to be more on the quiet, reserved side. But I promise.
Losers.
Yes, we're the short bus girl. But if people listen to the podcast that we originally started, there was definitely great chemistry between you and I think when we're together and finally get things going, I think people will see that we're comfortable being ourselves and we're not so quiet when we're comfortable. So, why are we doing this podcast?
Well, I look at it as time with my best friend, time just away, me time. Our listeners will hear and see soon that the whole podcast, platform, I guess you would say, has changed, and it's more about what we're passionate for. And I think that fits us better. And I think it'll be easier to talk about. And I hope that maybe, I can influence you or a listener on something with health and fitness. And maybe you can help me be beautiful.
You are already beautiful. You just need a routine and you have to stick with it. And I know you're a mom to a little one and it's hard to balance, like you are not a priority anymore. And it's important that you find time to make yourself a priority, or otherwise you're going to be 35 and full of wrinkles and we can prevent that.
Yes.
So for myself, why am I doing this podcast? Well, I originally thought it would be something fun to do, something different, something out of our comfort zone. And I had heard about podcasts, but never really listened to any up until, of course, Shinedown. Anything that's related to Shinedown, I gravitate towards. So one of the guys in the band created the Seemingly Unknown podcast. So I listened to it and I was like, oh my God, me and Jebby can totally do this. I don't know. I thought it would just be something fun. So
it's different from keeping in touch by texting and the few times a year we get to see each other. It'll just bring us together every week. And it'll just, I don't know.
Yes. And I actually get to see you. Whereas you and I, we text all day long, but we don't FaceTime. Like you said, I see your face twice a year, maybe if I'm lucky. So, and this is different than just FaceTime, because FaceTime, it would be like our kids, or, it wouldn't be just focused on just you and I. So like you said, for me, it's 1 hour a week with my best friend, and we really have nothing to lose. I mean, if we gain something from this and it becomes a total hit, then that's great. But if not, as long as you and I are having fun, that's all that matters. So crowd pleasers, that's our new title, and it has a great ring to it. And people are probably wondering why crowd pleasers. But I don't think we have to go into detail, but I think the word crowd pleaser will just explain it. We are trying to please everybody, and
on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis.
Yes. And it's funny, when I think back to when I first asked you to do this podcast with me, I was like, what are we going to call the podcast? And I originally was like, Jebby? I figured it out. We're going to be called the Happy Hoo-Ha. And I came up with that because I don't know if I was like on social media, or if it was in a magazine. I don't quite remember, but it was for those Ollie vitamins, and they were basically a supplement vitamin thing for vaginal health. And I just thought it was really funny. And then they had like Love and Libido and Miss Mellow. And at the time there was 3 of us. So I was like, oh, this is great. And I just love the colors of them and just the way they like promoted it on social media. But we all agreed that talking about vaginal health was not what our podcast was going to be about. So we kicked that to the curb, but I still do take those vitamins, not the Happy Hoo-Ha ones, but I am a fan of the Woman's Multivitamin and their Beauty one, which is for hair, skin, and nails. And then their pre and probiotic gummies, and they're delicious. I might add, they taste like fruit snacks. And I know you and I love fruit snacks.
Yes.
Not me. I don't like the orange ones, but you do.
Yes.
So, hey, shout out to Ollie Vitamins, right?
Yeah.
All right. So thank you for not being hesitant with doing this podcast with me. I know you probably were like, you weren't hesitant, but I always think like, oh my God, like she probably was like, what the hell am I getting myself into?
I mean, yeah, it crossed my mind, but
you're my best
what
friend.
do we have to lose? Exactly.
You're my best friend, and obviously you'll do anything for.
Well, I'm a crowd pleaser, so I have to please you too.
All right.
You're part of the crowd.
Well, thank you. Thank you. So, what's this podcast that we're doing going to be about?
Yeah, let's get into it. So I mentioned that I'm going to do health and fitness because obviously I've found a love and a passion for it. I'm no fitness expert by any means. I get up, I work out every day with my husband. It's important to me. I'm a happier, nicer person when I do. And, I've always been aware of how I looked and worried about how I looked. So I find that that's, having some kind of fitness in my life every day helps me mentally, physically, all around. So I am going to bring health and fitness to you guys.
Well, that is great because that is not my expertise.
But folks, Trudy will be working out before you know it.
All right. I guess so. And if I'm going to be working out, then you're going to be big into this fashion and beauty with Trudy. Okay. You're going to have a routine and you're going to stick with it every day. Since you focus on your fitness every day, you're going to focus on your beauty every day, and you'll be a happier person. And so yes, fashion and beauty is going to be with this girl right here. What else we got? No, we're not going to talk about sex. Maybe someday, but no, not this week. Anyways.
So we did talk about like entertainment ways to, I mean, you and I laugh at each other over nothing, but
yes, we want to do something fun with our
Yes.
listeners.
Yes. So this month we decided, or this first couple of 4 episodes, we'll do 2 truths and a lie.
Yes, it's an exciting game.
Yes.
And then we have one other segment, which is
food. And we'll try to keep it balanced, health and fitness, but also we all have a sweet tooth, or at least I do. So we'll share some, go-to recipes for dinner, sweet tooth recipes. I know that you and I started baking back in high school. We started, yes. Did we have culinary together?
We did.
Food. Well, what's the one before culinary we had to take?
Like home ec. Home ec. That was the worst. But really, I can think back. I don't remember what the girls' names were, but you babysat these girls. And I remember one summer, like we made a whole like menu like of a bakery.
Oh.
We were starting a bakery and this is what it was going to be called. I wish we still had those notes. That would be fun to go back on.
I know.
And we still plan on opening a bakery. If I just move 1,400 miles south, then we can start our own bakery. But we have both, like on our own at our homes, have both started our own bakeries.
Yes.
Our own little things. So yes, we are passionate about baking, not so much cooking. I mean, cooking is fun, but it gets exhausting after a while, especially when you're trying to please the crowd day in and day out. I know you, Jebby, don't follow this, but like it's Trudy's diner over here. Whatever you want, you get. And I wish that I just served one thing and everybody ate it, but it doesn't work in this household.
Yeah. In this house, what's for dinner is what's for dinner, and you'll eat it and love it. It doesn't make cooking anymore. I mean, I love to do it like you said, but every day you have to come up with what you're going to have, and then you have to cook it, and then you have to clean up, and then the next day it's like, what's for dinner? I remember asking my mom and she would always say, wait and see. And now here I am. Wait and see. Open up the refrigerator. Oh crap. What are we having tonight?
Exactly. And then you say,
what can I throw together?
Well, no, I don't want that. I'm not going to eat that. I'm not. So, well, at least listeners will now have like a meal that they can look forward to, or a baked good, or something sweet, or even we thought cocktails, like a cocktail recipe of the week or something. So at least it's one less meal that if you want to follow us, one less meal that you have to plan out, because we will have it planned for you.
We'll do the work.
Yes. So now that everyone knows what our segments are going to be, why don't we get into our segments? And when Jebby and I were talking about how every month, like maybe we would do something different, focus on, I don't know, we were always saying like, what's trending in fitness or health or the fashion world and beauty. We kind of came up with like this month, since it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we thought that maybe today's episode we would focus on breast cancer awareness, since it's something close to my family. I know you, Jennifer, as well, that we've had family members who have battled the disease over the years, some who have come out stronger than ever, and some who have unfortunately lost the battle. So we're just going to get right into it. I'm going to send it over to you and you can get into health and fitness with Jebby.
Well, like I said, at least for me, it's important for me to, do something every day. And my something could look different than your something or Trudy's something. But basically just getting out there, moving so you feel better. So if you're not a runner, don't run, walk. Like if you're, when I, after I had the baby, I couldn't go to the gym anymore. So my husband got me a Peloton, and that is something that I love. And I mean, the work is done. You don't have to think of a routine. You don't have to think of anything. You get on there, you pick the person you like. They're doing, you have to do the workout, but they're telling you what to do. Like that works for me. And then I told you I work out with my husband every day. And that'll work for some people and it won't work for some people. For me, it holds me accountable. Like, again, he does the routines, he sets them up. I just have to follow them. So he's doing massive weights and I no longer can really lift that heavy, but I don't know. It's just, and we do it first thing in the morning. So we get moving. And I mean, we like to say we get it over with, but it's just once the routine is done, then our day can go on.
So I like that you said, like, your husband holds you accountable. I think that's what I lack. I have nobody that I mean, I guess I do have you, but it's not the same because we're so far apart. And yes, I don't have the Peloton, but I do have a spin bike. So I mean, I could log into whatever the same thing you're watching on the Peloton app, but I don't know. I just need motivation.
Remember we tried to do that. That was like back in March. And then I got COVID. Like the day that we FaceTimed to see like if FaceTime would work on the bike.
You were dying.
Yeah. And then I got COVID and then my husband got COVID for 20 crazy days. So I think that's where the fitness journey died.
And then you have to convince me too, because now like when I think about working out, and now this is just me, but I don't like to sweat. So how do you get over that? Like here you're trying to be all beautiful, like, all right, and then you're sweating. Like how do I just have to
throw your hair up in a ponytail and get over it? Because to me, like the more I sweat, the better like I feel. Like I was working out with Julio and I don't know, I think we were like walking and I'm like, I don't like walking. I'm not sweating. Like I'm not doing anything. But in reality, like a walk might be better for your body than running because of a lot of different things. And he's like, you don't have to like be sweating like crazy to be getting a good workout. But for me, that's how I like gauge how I'm doing. Like, why am I just gonna go for a walk when I can run and sweat? And I don't know. It's just everybody's well,
different. And I'm sure by sweating, like, I don't know, you feel like, okay, I burned calories. Whereas walking, you're just like, I'm just walking. Like this is a leisurely walk, but nothing, I'm not sweating.
Then I can have that chocolate at night and I don't feel so guilty, or I can have that chocolate chip cookie once in a while.
All right. So I guess I need to get there. I need to get there.
Yes. You were motivating me when we were doing that. You were doing like abs and I'm like, oh man.
I was. And then remember I got into the push-ups.
Yes.
Maybe we should.
Oh, the push-up challenge.
Maybe we should.
We should start challenges.
We should. And then this whole podcast world is going to hold us accountable because they know, hey, Trudy, by the next episode, you need to have done some push-ups or have rode the spin bike.
Yes.
So anyways, back into your routine.
Yeah. So you just have to find, your routine and what works for you and get over the fact that you have to sweat.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, through the episodes and whatnot, if anybody is interested, I can like write down the things we do every day. I can tell you this, every day we do a different muscle. So today we did not work out, but it was supposed to be back.
So how many
tomorrow it's
do
back.
we have? Like a billion muscles, like our legs?
Okay, so yeah, no. So we do, okay, Monday we do chest.
So all the muscles in your chest.
Yeah, like, well, the workouts that
Okay.
focus on that. Tuesday.
Let me stop you there. What if you're doing, so you know how like people work out and they gain muscle.
Mhm.
Can you work out and not gain muscle?
Maybe. Well,
like
you have muscle no matter, like you have the muscles. It's just a matter of like them getting bigger, and it all has to do with like what you eat too. But you can work out and not be muscular. Yes.
All right. Because I don't want to
Yes.
be muscular.
No,
But I want to be, I guess, toned. Is that the proper word?
Yes.
Toned. Okay.
So for tone, you do less weight, lots of reps.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you don't focus on like lifting those crazy amount dumbbells or
So I
weights.
could
You
get
just
like 2 pound little things, and I
Mhm.
would just have to do a billion reps.
well, not a billion, but a lot. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm learning.
Yeah. So every day we have a different muscle. I forgot where I was. Chest, and then
Oh, you were on Tuesday. Monday was
Tuesday,
chest.
I think Tuesday was shoulders.
Okay.
Wednesday is legs.
Okay.
Thursday, which is today, was supposed to be back. And then Friday is arms, and I hate arms. But that is the part of my body that I hate the most. But I hate working out arms. I don't know why. I just,
All right. Well, I guess it
I
makes
don't know what
sense.
it
I
is.
don't know. That's weird.
Yeah. I
So
don't
now
know if it's
seeing
just-
that you missed your morning workout, will you do it this afternoon, or will you do something different? Or no?
I'll
It's-
probably get on the Peloton this afternoon.
Okay. Do
I've
you do
gotta-
that every day along with your routine? No. Okay.
No. So So 2 times a week within the workouts, we do interval trainings. So say you like do an exercise, you do your abs, and then you go out and run.
Oh.
And then while the other person is working out, like doing their exercise, doing their abs, and then they run, like we're switching.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Very cool.
Yes. And we do 4 or 5 exercises 3 times.
Oh, geez. So now how long does this whole workout take? in the
Well,
morning?
that's the other problem. Yeah. It can take that workout takes at the max an hour, but then like if it's not an interval day, we walk like beforehand, and usually we'll walk for like an hour, or we'll Peloton, or we'll do something like that. So there's a lot of time that goes into it, but because I stay at home and he's, you know, at home too, we have the time. Yeah. But it doesn't have to be that long either.
All right. So it could be like 5 minutes.
I'd say 30 at the least.
All right. 30 minutes. I'll get there.
I promise you'll feel
maybe
better.
I should just start walking for 30 minutes, and that would be
there you go.
a start. Enjoy
There
the fresh fall, crisp air in the morning. Maybe I should start walking the kids to the bus stop instead of driving them there.
That would be a great start.
Then even in the afternoon, I have to walk up and get them, but then we have to walk back.
Yep.
It's the little
There you
things.
go.
Very good. What else you got for me, my friend?
Well, now I'll probably touch a little bit on breast cancer.
All right. This is your health segment.
Yes. So I'm going to read you a couple statistics, and then share with you some other findings that I have.
Okay.
So in 2021, it's estimated among women in the US that there will be about 2,000.
Come on. Let's go back to math.
281,550 new cases of invasive cancer. And those are not reoccurrences. And about 43,600 breast cancer deaths. And believe it or not, men can even have breast cancer, correct?
Yes. Come on, you knew that. Come on, that show we watched, A Million Little Things. Gary.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's just, I don't know. I guess I just forget about it because they don't have big boobs. Yes. Sorry. My baby is.
Do we need to take a little break?
Are we able to?
Of course we can. I can finish. I could. Oh, do you want me to pause it? I don't know if I could pause it, but I can entertain the crowd with.
Okay, you entertain the crowd. Yes.
All right. This is gonna be awkward. Let me entertain the crowd while Jebby goes and gets her baby. So, while Jebby is getting her baby, I will finish reading her statistics about the men who, yes, men can get breast cancer. So it said that in 2021, approximately 2,650 new cases, and again, not reoccurrences, and 530 breast cancer deaths among men. So it's never too late to take preventative measures. And for more information on breast cancer, we're going to post something on our Instagram page. So, but this information that we found was from the Susan Komen website. So we will share that information. And you can find the link on our Instagram page. I know Jebby is going to go into, oh, wow, she's back. There's no baby in hand.
No. I handed her off.
Oh, what a good guy.
Yes.
So I read your latest statistics. I think I was more boring than you. But I just was telling everybody that they can go to the Susan G. Komen website. And I said we would probably share something on our Instagram page, a link for information. But I know you said you had some other things to say about Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes. So we watch football every Sunday and every Thursday and every Monday. And yes.
Wait, there's football on Thursdays and Mondays?
Mm-hmm. Thursday night, Monday night. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And Sundays. I can't say that I watch it religiously, but it's in the background. I obviously grew up with football in my house all the time. So I don't mind it. I understand it, but I'm not going to sit there. I'll multitask.
Okay.
But yes, but the NFL always does something with breast cancer. And I haven't noticed anything like the fields being painted. Sometimes they have like different uniforms and whatnot. And they are still partnering with the Cancer Society. And they're calling it Crucial Catch. And I guess they're concentrating on getting screened on screenings earlier so they can try and prevent or treat the cancer before it gets too bad.
Oh.
But COVID has had like a devastating impact, and some screenings have declined by 90%.
Crap.
So they're trying to they've partnered with the American Cancer Society to try and allocate resources dedicated to safely like getting screenings for communities that are in need. I mean, I wouldn't really know it. Down here, they're very open and like masks are a thing, but not really a thing.
Okay.
but I know it's different up there. But I guess I didn't realize that how COVID would have had an impact on getting screened for cancer
Yeah, that's crazy.
or even health in general, because everything is just COVID, COVID, COVID. But I guess I never really thought like people are maybe more worried, not worried, but like thinking more about that than.
Right. And it's probably like, I was just thinking like, oh, well, there's that telehealth where you can like, but at the same time, like you can't get screened from a
Right.
computer for cancer, that type of thing. So you really do have to.
Well, and I think we've just been so conditioned since last, I don't know, February or March. Everything is COVID, 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 COVID. That you don't hear about cancer. You don't hear about the flu. You don't hear about like.
It's so true. Like you freaking like start coughing and the first thing that comes to your mind is like, oh my God, it's COVID. But it's like, is there really such thing as just a cold anymore? Or like my throat hurts. Oh, can it just be strep throat? Or, but no, everything has just got to be COVID's the thing. Yeah. I hope it doesn't last forever because people need to move on with their lives.
Well, and I was thinking about it, me and my husband both got it. And so we were not vaccinated, but we had COVID. And I was thinking about this, and I want to be careful at how I say it because it has affected people very differently. I only had it for a weekend. He had it for almost a month. Yep. We obviously both survived. There have been many deaths and whatnot. But I think like having it has helped us be safe in the community, like as we're out and about, not
like you're more taking more precautions to protect yourself.
Yes. And I think, I don't know, maybe there's some kind of immunity, something. I don't know. I don't want to get into the COVID craziness, but
it is a scary thing, but
yes, it is.
I would like to think you're immune to it now, but I have heard that people do get it a second time, but which is crazy, but
I know.
Crazy.
So we won't.
Oh, yes. Is it my turn?
Yes.
All right. So how does my beauty segment relate to breast cancer awareness? So I'm kind of really excited about this. So, well, for one, I was like, oh my God. Okay. So you have to we were talking about routines, and I was like, you have to make monthly self breast exams a part of your routine. So I was going to take a minute and explain the steps, but I'm not going to because that would just be awkward. But I think most people know how to. But if not, we'll share those as well on our Instagram page, the steps. I think there's, I don't know, some websites say there's 3 steps. Some websites say there are 5 steps. But anyways, it's just a simple thing that you could do once a month and make that part of your routine, since we're all about routines this episode. When you're exercising, you're not going to do a self breast exam, but once a month, take time and do a self breast exam. So with that out of the way, I asked you, Jebby, probably a couple weeks ago, but I was like, have you ever heard of a facial for your boobs? And I think you were like, what? And no, I even said to myself, like, I know this is weird, but it's a real thing. So I'm going to explain. There's the hair salon that I go to, they also have like a little spa area, and they do facials and pedicures and all that kind of stuff. So for the month of October, they're advertising this treatment, and I'm going to get into it. So literally the flyer, it says, don't forget to take care of your tatas. And it's for $68. So I was like, oh, what is this all about? I still don't know if I'm saying this word right, but it says, make your décolleté. I was saying décolleté, but I think it's pronounced décolleté. So make your décolleté glow. And I Googled what your décolleté is, and it's your upper chest area, including your neck, your cleavage, and your shoulder areas. So back to the description. So it says, the newest spa trend includes a deep cleanse, gentle exfoliation, a lymphatic or upward moving massage treatment, and delicate extraction. And it concludes with a jelly mask and a serum application to your chest and upper décolleté, leaving you radiant. So I was like, this is a legit facial, but for your boobs and your chest. And
I don't know if they really touch your boobs.
I don't know.
From the, like, your cleavage, but maybe not like your nipple area.
I don't know. But I'm curious, like, what are they extracting? A delicate extraction.
Yes, I was surprised.
I mean, I
hear
guess
that
you
too.
do get, you could.
Some breakdown.
I've gotten like pimples on my chest, not on my tits, but on this area. But I don't know.
Or but your shoulders. I guess you could get them on your shoulders too.
But I'm just really, it's, I don't know. It's the more I think about it, the more I'm curious. And as much as I felt like, hey, this is really weird, I'm like very curious. Like I kind of want to get it.
Done it yet?
No, but I think so. I go tomorrow to get my hair done, and I think I'm going to inquire and maybe get it done because I want to know what it is. But so I was doing some research anyways about this type of massage facial type of thing. So it's just like any facial or massage, there's always benefits to it. So it says the motions that they use are to rejuvenate sagging skin, remove dead cells, and to help distribute the collagen that holds the skin firmly on your neck. And then your neck muscles can also derive relaxation and nutrition from these massages. So it also says that they stimulate the lymphatic vessels in the area, and the proper function of the lymphatic system is critical for our body's ability to drain fluids, detoxify, regenerate tissues, and filter our toxins and foreign substances and maintain a healthy immune system. And then obviously any massage is supposed to be a stress buster. So I'm going to say the next time you go to the spa and inquire about a facial or a massage, why not inquire about getting something for your décolleté? I hope I'm saying that right. It's very weird. But anyways, if you think about it, your chest area is a very neglected part of your body. You think about it like when I just thinking of a routine every morning, like you put a moisturizer on and you put I have to put a sunscreen on because I'll burn even just in the winter. But like, you don't think about your chest like you should. Unless you're covered up, but your chest is always exposed and it gets dry. And just like you would have a normal skin routine for your face, you should have one for your chest. So yes, that was my segment about breast cancer, and take care of your tatas with self breast exams and maybe get a facial massage thing to your chest area.
Well, I say you get one so you can tell us all about it and figure out if you're saying that word right.
All right, you're gonna hold me accountable. So when I go tomorrow, I'm gonna make an appointment then. And so yes, actually, we should probably make a shout out to that salon. It's called DPZ North, and it's in Litchfield. So I thank them for giving me such a great topic to talk about. And hopefully next week I'll be able to say, hey, I did it. And this is what I experienced. And I'm guessing they don't touch your boobs, but who knows? Who knows? Okay. All right. So on to food. What's cooking tonight?
Yes. So a crock-pot tortellini and sausage soup.
Ah,
Yeah.
crock pot meals are the best.
They
You don't have
are.
to do anything.
I know. I had to learn to love it. And I don't think I loved it until I had to cook for like a family.
Wait, you didn't love this recipe or you didn't love crock
No,
pots?
no. The crock pot. Because
Okay.
I just like thought of like throwing things together. I'm not a huge like soup or stew or that kind of person. But when you have to cook for a family of 4 or 5, you learn to love a crock pot.
Yes.
Because
Go
I
ahead.
have a couple go-to crock pot recipes, and it's just like you throw it in the morning when you're doing lunches and everything else, you clean it up, boom, done. And then at night, the only thing you have to clean up is obviously the dishes and then the crock pot, like the dishes you use, and then just the crock pot.
And I
Nothing
love
else.
that like you can smell it throughout. Like
Mhm.
it's not like you get hours of the lovely smell.
Yes.
Let's hope it smells good. So what's in this crock pot tortellini sausage soup?
Yes, so it's super, super easy and only a couple recipes. Not it's only a couple ingredients.
Like
You need
shit, we gotta follow more than one recipe to do this. All right.
Okay.
What are the ingredients?
1 pound of Italian sausage. Now I use turkey sausage or chicken sausage, but you can just use regular Italian sausage, regular sausage. I don't know. You brown that and you drain it. You need 2 15-ounce cans of Italian diced tomatoes, 4 cups of vegetable or chicken broth. It's just one of those 32-ounce containers. 8 ounces of cream cheese, and you just kind of cube it up. It'll help you in the long run. 1 20-ounce bag of frozen cheese tortellini, and 3 to 4 cups of fresh spinach. And I just usually get a bag of spinach and throw the whole bag in there. So what you do is you brown the sausage, throw it in your crock pot, dump the 2 cans of Italian diced tomatoes, the vegetable broth, then you cube up the cream cheese and put it in there. I obviously got the recipe from Pinterest, and I always just do my own thing in my head. But if I like am cooking it all day, I'll cook it on low.
Okay.
But if I'm like, don't get it put together until the afternoon, I cook it on high.
Okay.
But
Easy
I think
enough.
it's on low for 4 hours.
4 hours.
Correct? Yes.
Yes. 4 hours.
So you let that cook for 4 hours. And then about 30 minutes before that, you throw in the tortellini, the frozen tortellini, and the spinach, and mix it all up. Give it another maybe 20 minutes or so, enough to cook the tortellini, and boom, dinner's done.
Delicious. I've made it and it was delicious.
Yes.
And I don't like soup, but it's not like soupy. Like, I don't know, like I think the cream cheese and everything, it all like thickens up after you let it sit for a little bit. It's very delicious.
And I've done like different things. Like I've doubled the recipe. I've thrown in a can of, not a can. We like that Pacific at Costco has like a box of it. It's Pacific tomato and roasted red pepper soup. Sometimes I'll like throw some of that in just for something, a little different. I don't ever double the cream cheese. I'm not really sure why, but I don't ever double that.
And I was going to say, they do sell like other types of tortellini, not just cheese. So you probably could, I don't know, if there's like a meat tortellini or whatever, could mix it up however you want. Now, do you serve, I know it's a soup and that's your dinner. Do you serve anything else with it, or just?
We usually have it with salad and then that's it. Yeah. But because it's warm, it has the pasta, it has your protein, the meat. It's filling.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Well, hopefully everybody we'll definitely post that on our Instagram page. And then I even took a picture of when I made it. So I'm gonna so I could post the picture of what it looks like. And then maybe people will leave us feedback on what they thought about the recipe and if they liked it.
Yes. All right.
Boy, it's game time, huh?
Game time.
I've been so excited for this segment. I don't know why, but I had so much fun like thinking about it. And I can't wait for next week to even come up with more two truths and a lie. So am I going? Go ahead.
Yeah, but just explain it. So you're going to share your two truths and a lie. They're obviously mixed up, but then we're not going to tell you the answer.
Correct.
Right now.
So I think we should wait like a day or two, and then we'll like post it on our Instagram page, right? Is that what we're going to do?
Yep.
And then we'll even like, if people don't follow our Instagram page, next episode, we could start with that, like with, hey, what are we going to just say what the lie was? Or I don't know. When we post
we'll
it.
just explain it. I don't know.
All right. So I'm going first.
Yes.
All right. So I'm just going to list off 3 things, and I'm not telling you what is true or what is a lie. Okay. So my first one, I was in the 1996 USA Roller Sports Figure Skating Championship in Lincoln, Nebraska. I was in a psychiatric facility with Courtney Love, and I've been married 2 times. So, I mean, you know the answers. We can't give them away, but I want to hear yours because you really stumped me. Although I figured it out, but go ahead. It's your turn.
Okay. I was in the 2018 CrossFit Games. At one time, I could squat 225 pounds, and I married a professional athlete.
I just have a question.
Yes.
CrossFit Games. That's like a real, like, is it like CrossFit Olympics?
No, not Olympics.
Oh, but like along those lines of like, who's the best?
Yes.
Okay. I was just curious. But
there's steps to getting there. So every gym has workouts where you qualify for like your certain region. And then if you qualify for your certain region, you go to the next, like, I can't remember exactly what it's called. And then from those like specific regions, you go.
Okay.
So it's
interesting. Yeah. See, I wouldn't know because I'm not no fitness guru. So yes, over the next few days, we'll post on our Instagram page probably which one was a lie, or maybe we'll post something about the 2 things that were true.
We'll see.
So I think that's it.
All right. This has been fun.
Definitely. So for myself and Jebby, thank you for listening to the podcast. And again, this is a self-funded podcast. So anyone that wants to sponsor us, and we're hoping that along the way, since we're going to be doing what's trending, that we're going to be sharing products and stuff that we have that hopefully maybe some company will want to sponsor us. So thank you for tuning in to episode 1. Or do we say episode 3? Because this is our 3rd go around, but
episode 1 of the Crowd Pleasers.
All right, episode
3 of a podcast.
All right. Tell them where they could follow us, Jebby.
You can follow us and like us on Instagram.
What's our Instagram name?
At Crowd Pleasers Podcast.
Okay, that's easy enough.
Or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. And thank you for tuning in.
All right. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Yes. Bye.